afternoon, Pokésports. I want another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a LIEPARD team. Now, this team is by Mohammed91, who did post it on our Discord. Links to that will be in the description below, of course. Posted in the Rent Coach channel, said, "Hey Kev, here's my Dialga Ice Calyrex team I told you about on YouTube," then gave us the code. Of course, they forgot to mention that there's a LIEPARD and a Torkoal on this, so of course I'm immediately interested. Typically, if you guys want to interest me when you have a rental code, you have to have like one little spicy mon in there. Then you kind of, it's a way to grab my attention for sure. So we haven't seen Torkoal in a minute. Specs Torkoal does a lot of damage, so it makes a lot of sense why you'd run it on a Trick Room. And then the LIEPARD also has that secret tech, not so secret anymore, but you know, the whole max guard copycat thing. Along with that, we also have 3 potential Trick Room setters on this team, which is super amazing. We have the Among Us, which is like the most irritating Pokemon in all of Trick Room land. So I think this is going to be a pretty good day. The team's called Rinya Who, so that's a nice little shot at the Rinya Sun team that's very popular, so I like that as well. Anyway, I'm super excited to try LIEPARD. If you guys are excited to see LIEPARD here on the channel today, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. For every single day having a new team, a new battle. Hopefully some good battles, I guess we'll see. But anyway, let's get on to today's video. Oh, would you look at that? First battle going against Rinya Sun. Who would have guessed? I mean, hey, this is kind of fun. It's kind of fine. I am not too concerned, I don't think. I think there's definitely worse things to go against. And I think this team ironically does pretty good against it. So, thankfully, the good thing about Rinya Sun is that not a lot of Pokemon on that team have Fake Out. The only one that does have Fake Out, I mean, I guess the Grim could carry Fake Out, but it's not the common moveset on that Pokemon. I mean, the only one that definitely will carry Fake Out is the Ensign. I could still try with LIEPARD. If they lead Ensign, we just Fake Out their Fake Out, which is fine. I think we go LIEPARD and LIEPARD Dialga. Bring Torkoal in the back. Does really well against that team, honestly, especially if they're going to give us Sun anyway. And part of me wants to go Cali. Part of me wants to go Among Us to start putting things to sleep. I'm not sure which we do. Among Us is also very good for redirection, too. That team does struggle to sleep, so. Yeah, we'll leave Calyrex behind, I think. We'll leave Calyrex behind. Theoretically, my Torkoal should be able to, like, 2-hit the... I mean, maybe not, right? Because they tend to carry Assault Vest, but I'm hoping that, you know, Torkoal can at least do a lot of damage onto that Groudon. It's Specs Eruption, so... We have the damage. It just depends on what their sets are and how many times they click Max Earthquake. Okay, they go Groudon Zacian right away. That's honestly fine, because they have no priority on their side of the field. So this is an easy Trick Room for us. Issue is, the Groudon actually wants us to Trick Room. Maybe not, because we're Quiet Nature. Hold on. No, we're very slow Dialga. So I have faith here. So we're just going to go for the Copycat right away. Dynamax, Max Guard. Nothing but Trick Room, baby. I think we should be in a pretty prime position to actually get this strategy off. If you guys don't know what the strategy is, of course, it's the way Copycat works is it copycats the last move used. And since I'm a slow Pokemon going for Max Guard, and since Max Guard is translated off of Trick Room, it copies the Trick Room. So you essentially get a priority +1 Trick Room. But of course, there's a way to counter this, and that's by having moves that are above, that are in between +6 priority and +1 priority, right? Because if you have a move that's between those, like Fake Out is +3, like E-Speed is +2, Follow Me, etc. It's another +3 move. If you have moves between those, then the Copycat will copy those moves instead of the Max Guard. So that's why you want to make sure that before you do that, just look at what the other opponent has. I mean, here, theoretically, the Zacian could have Quick Attack. That's really the only thing we have to be concerned with. If this is Quick Attack Zacian, then GG. My opponent outplayed me. But it's not. Here's a Copycat. We got Trick Room up, baby. Amazing. Now we got some options, folks. And I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. As I go for Steel Spike onto my poor little cat. Okay, so it looks like they might have double targeted my cat here, which is a little sad because I wanted to go for Fake Tears. I think I want a Fake Tearsation. Oh, they definitely doubled into it. Never mind. Okay, bye, cat. Good news for us is that we now go into Sleepy Boy and sleep everything. I mean, I could go into Torkoal too and threaten the heck out of them. You know what? I will go into Torkoal. This is my highest damage output on the team, is this quiet max special attack Torkoal. So now we click Eruption. That's definitely a Deadzation no matter what I do, so I'm not even going to look at that spot. I think here we should go for a max Wormwind onto the Groudon spot. They're not going to switch it out into a Fairy type because guess what? They just Dynamaxed it. There's no way they switch into the Grim. I highly doubt that. They withdraw the Zacian, so whatever's coming in is about to take some serious damage. Gonna be the Gastrodon. I still don't think Gastrodon wants to take this. Say what you want about Gastrodon. This is still gonna hurt. That's damage. Onto Gastro. That's definitely like an Assault Vested Groudon, by the way. Unfortunately, it does look like they're gonna go pretty hard on my Torkoal, though. But hey, we got the -1 on the Groudon, which is nice. Max Quake now. Gonna be into my poor little Torkoal. I do live it, but it's not a great situation. I'm probably gonna have to switch so that I can unlock myself out of Eruption. The thing is, Gastrodon definitely wants to go for a Yawn on my Dialga. So let's just Wormwind the Gastrodon, assuming that they're not going to bring in the Zacian into that spot, right? I feel like Zacian does not want to go back on the field right now if I were my opponent. Unfortunate. So we're probably going to have to switch there. That's the thing with Gastro, right? It's actually slow, so it doesn't mind being in Trick Room. This is now -2. It's now -2 Groudon over here, which is pretty nice. And we get the sleep turns now, right? We can start putting things to sleep too. They're going to Quake my Amoonguss. Going to raise the special defense a little bit higher on the Groudon too. Not great news, not going to lie. Groudon getting even tankier is not fun for us. It makes me wish I brought Calyrex. I definitely should have brought Calyrex into this matchup. I mean, I don't want to say that Amoonguss was a bad bring. I just think we had more options, right? Now, I definitely think this is going to be like a Zacian Protect, at least for a turn. So I'm just going to sleep the Groudon, since I know Groudon can't really avoid that. And let me go back to my Torkoal here. Maybe I can get a last ditch Heat Wave off. Undo the Yawn. I wasted a Dynamax and lost a Liepard just to KO their Gastrodon. Not the greatest news, not gonna lie. In comes back my Torkoal. They withdraw Groudon. Whoever comes in is going to sleep. Instant probably has safety goggles. Did they predict that? We'll see. Maybe the instant is Shucker for all we know. Could be Shucker instant. Zacian protects. Okay, so that at least was predicted. And we were right. And it is Shucker. Nice. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. My opponent just lost all of the stat boosts they had in special defense there. So now we just sleep the Zacian spot. And we click Heat Wave. They protected last turn, so they're going to have to sit here and take at least a Heat Wave or switch into Groudon so Groudon can be put to sleep and then take a Heat Wave. Okay, so that's what their decision is. I kind of do want to save my Torkoal, though. I need to reset my Trick Room if I get the opportunity to. Okay, Groudon switches out. Okay, that's fine. Oh, my Spore was kind of useless. I could have Pollen Puffed myself, so that's my fault. Twisted Dimensions also return to norm. Okay. Back comes Zacian. Zacian's gonna protect here, I think. What's my Dialga's health looking like? I think Zacian protects for sure. Full health Dialga. I think I have to try to preserve the Dialga a little bit. Just in case, I will Spore Zacian. And then Heart Swap my Dialga. This could throw the game. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope the Zacian does protect here. Or let's hope that the Zacian at least attacks the Amoonguss. Behemoth Blade. That's fine. I think my Dialga should be able to take a Behemoth Blade. Oh, my Amoonguss took it. That not so much. Okay, that's a little bit worse. Could have Heat Waved there, but I don't think it even would have been enough to KO though. Like, real talk. Okay, we'll at least make their Zacian make a decision, right? They can either take care of Torkoal or take care of the Dialga. They can't take care of both. So what I can do is click the Heat Wave button and Trick Room. Well, we're going to give my opponent a decision. We'll see what they decide to do here. They go for the Dialga spot. Okay. We should live that. Incin has the third. This is so lucky, man. We're getting so lucky. Torkoal, I swear to God. Okay, good. I don't care if you miss Incin. Get rid of the Zacian. All right, Zacian now gone. Good news is Incin can only hit one of us. Hopefully it's not Dialga. Also, I just realized Dialga is probably not slower than Incin. I mean, like I said before, we're min-speed Dialga, so there's a chance. Okay, regardless, I have to Heat Wave again. And here I will Roar of Time just because I don't think my Dialga lasts more than one turn. Here's my Heat Wave. Does connect this time. Single target Heat Wave in the Sun. Choice Specs. I went through every single one. Snarl. I think I lived this. I double lived that. Hey, that's fine, dude. Because, like, I think even a -1 should still hurt. Beautiful. Still knocks it out. Oh, we got very lucky with sleep turns there. I'm not even going to lie to you. We got super lucky with sleep turns. But you know what? Torkoal's getting a win today, folks. And so is LIEPARD. Kind of like the best way to showcase it, too. We got to use the strategy off. Another Renya Sun. And you guys wonder why I'm tired of seeing this thing? Okay, I think this time we're not going to make the same mistake as last time. I think we definitely bring the Calyrex that time. Even though Amoonguss did help a lot, right? So it's not like Amoonguss was a bad Pokemon to bring. It's just that, you know, it wasn't 100% necessary. I think I go Dialga again, though. I think I Dynamax Dialga again. I mean, I could also try another strategy. Like, I don't have to commit so hard. Right? I could just lead, like, Mimikyu and... Well, then I take up 2 spots on my team regardless. I was going to say do Mimikyu Amoonguss, redirect, and then start putting things to sleep. But no, this is the LIEPARD team. Let's go Dialga. Let's go LIEPARD. And we'll bring the Calyrex. We'll bring the Torkoal in the back. I like that a little better. I mean, don't get me wrong. Amoonguss did amazing, right? Absolutely phenomenal. But there were a couple points in that battle where it's just like, oh, the Calyrex would be perfect, right? This is pretty much like getting a round 2 in a best of 3. We're on to game 2 now, going against the exact same team. But let's see how this opponent plays it a little differently. Groudon Grim. Okay, Grim does have +1, but thankfully LIEPARD is faster. So as long as Grim doesn't have Fake Out, we should be okay. So you know what we do next. Next is the Dynamax, Guard, followed by the Copycat. And then I think after this, we're going to start fake tearing the Groudon. I think is the play. Just fake tear spamming and then going for Wormwinds to lower its attack the whole time. Just try to really gut this Groudon as soon as we can. Keep in mind, they probably have a Zacian in the back, so they could probably switch into take a max Wormwind whenever they want. So maybe the first one we should go for a Steel Spike instead. Because the Steel Spike essentially does the same thing, except Steel Spike can actually hit fairy types, right? Getting a -1 and getting a +1 in defense are the exact same thing. Here's a Dynamax. Are they going to Dynamax? No Dynamax on their side of the field, which is kind of fine. Which definitely means they will probably switch that turn, right? If they're that confident that they don't have to Dynamax, they're probably just going to switch. Regardless, here's a LIEPARD going for Trick Room. And now we start hitting things with our Reflect. Which one of these is physical? Explain. Whatever. Anyway, Precipice Blades now. And we're going to avoid. So we still have a Sash intact. That's amazing. Yeah, I think the safest play is Steel Spiking the Groudon spot. And then Fake Tearsing the Groudon. Just doing as much damage to Groudon as we possibly can here. The issue is they have a switch-in for all of my moves, right? Steel Spike is the only switch-in they don't really have. There's the Light Screen. And they're not Dynamaxing still. They're really holding that Dynamax. Let's cry in front of this Groudon real quick. Get that down to -2. It's essentially going to be back down to neutral because it has an Assault Vest, which gives it +1, and the Light Screen, which gives it another +1. So that's what a neutral hit would have looked like. I think I do want to hit the Grim with one of those, though, eventually. A lot of damage onto LIEPARD, but not enough to knock me out, so. And it doesn't look like they're going to swap the Groudon. I'm just going to Steel Spike Grim because it's a pretty good opportunity to. And I'll Sucker Punch the Groudon. It should still do some damage. Not a lot, but hey, it's chipping. They're going to Spirit Break me. Okay, so I'm going to have to take a single targeted Precipice Blades. That's a little bit more concerning, but we're going to be +2 with Steel Spike. And then this is starting to smell like a pretty good Calyrex situation. Either we go Calyrex or we go Torkoal, right? Knocking out the LIEPARD actually does nothing. Because the LIEPARD was only really just supporting the Dialga, who is just taking Precipice Blades for breakfast. Okay, I think I'm going to go... I think I go Cali. This Cali can snowball harder than a Torkoal can, I think. Okay, so I'd rather, like, versus Charizard, I'd rather have Cali for sure. Because this is super simple. We just double into the Zard. Oh. It's actually bad news. But not... screw it. I mean, if there's a time to ever use Roar Time, I think it's now. If there's ever a time, it's now. We still have one more turn of Trick Room after this, so they can guard all they want. We'll get them next turn, hopefully. We're gonna Dynamax their Charizard. Now, this team is bringing Charizard, unlike the last team. Last team did not bring Charizard at all. They brought Gastrodon instead. I think they brought Incineroar instead of the Grim, so I'm pretty sure they have a Zacian in the back here, which is why I kind of want to preserve the Torkoal a little bit. Oh, they don't protect, so that's a nice... Oh, that I wish that did more damage. That is underwhelming damage. Oh, no, Calyrex. I mean, now you're going to do damage, but now it might be a little too late. Rough Time, do something. Oh, that's great damage. If you go for Dialga, I win. Uh-oh. Well, no, hear me out. I got one turn of Trick Room, baby. I got one turn of Trick Room, baby. Oh, yeah, they're gonna take Sun Damage. Okay, guard. Zard can't protect, because even if Zard protects, it dies next turn. That's amazing. Right? I hope Sun doesn't run out this turn. If Sun runs out this turn, I'll be a little bit sad. It shouldn't run out this turn, because I have one more turn of Trick Room. So Sun should have one more turn as well, because they're both 5 turns. Sends out the Zacian. Well, Zacian is definitely protecting. That's like a for sure, for sure. So here we click the Erupt button. And then we have to recharge with the other guy. Like I said, if Zard protects, it still dies. If Zacian doesn't protect, it definitely dies. The next turn, we just have to Trick Room. And pray. Neither protect. Well, good night. I now understand why this team is called Rinya. Who? Oh, that is so funny. Why did neither... What did you think I was gonna do? Not just erupt on my last turn of Trick Room? I have nothing else to lose. GG, man. Okay. This team is some serious juice, Mohammed. Kyogre and Dialga are not a very common core. It's interesting to actually see them together, but hey. Like we did in every other battle we had today, LIEPARD Dialga is a pretty decent lead for us. I think Calyrex might do pretty decently here as well because of, you know, all of the ice weaknesses they have on this team. They do have a handful of resistances, but hey, whatever. It's also feeling like an Among Us game too. Like I know we have Torkoal. I just don't think Torkoal can. I mean, it does have super effective stab against Rilla and Whim, but I mean, Among Us at the same time also wouldn't help us too much, unfortunately, because Ogre is spread move. I'm pretty much just going to be protecting my Calyrex damage with the Among Us. That's it. But I think this is an Among Us game. I just simply don't think that Torkoal really wants to play into rain, right? Torkoal into rain is probably not the best idea in the world. And this is the first time we're not going against a Sun team today, so let's leave the Torkoal behind. We're bringing the LIEPARD, though, which is the only Pokemon that actually matters, because it's a LIEPARD video. Rillaboom Dialga is going to be their lead. Interesting. Very interesting. Unfortunately, I think I have to fake out their fake out and set up Tricker myself. The old school way. We can't do it the funny way. So I'm pretty sure I'm Prankster and not Inner Focus. Right? Let me double check. Does it even get Inner Focus? No, I'm definitely Prankster. Okay. Yeah, we have to fake out the Rilla. Since they led with a fake out lead, they could stop our copycat. This is what I meant. Because fake out is +3 priority, so that's between the 1 and the 6 that protect and the copycat would have been. But hey, that's fine. I do think I just Trick Room on my own, though. After faking out their fake out. If Dialga wants to Dynamax and do some things, don't have it hurt too bad. Please. They are going to Dynamax. They are going to do things. So I'm already severely concerned. As I should be, honestly. I mean, I could have also Dynamaxed myself and try to set Trick Room later. But at this point, I feel like I'm committed. Hopefully they're not Life Orb and they're also Adamant Orb. Or hopefully they just go for the LIEPARD, right? If they go for LIEPARD, I'm fine. Yeah, Rilla was going to go for a fake out. Nope, they go for a Max Quake now. This is bad. Okay. There's one more thing I could try. There's one more thing I could try. And I'm just going to hope that the Rilla doesn't click Fake Out again. Rilla can counter my copycat by clicking Fake Out again. I'm going to hope that my opponent doesn't know that. And I'm just going to Dynamax, Max Guard, go for Copycat, and then I could Sucker Punch myself and then Quake the Dialga with +2 defenses, right? Okay, that's the play. I am hoping... Let me make sure I click the right one. Yeah, trigger the top one. I am hoping that my opponent doesn't know. That is my win condition. That my opponent is unaware. Will it work? Who knows? Alright, let's Max or Calyrex here. They're definitely going to try to fire off a Steel Spike into us. Because why the heck wouldn't they, right? Here's my guard. Rilla, don't you dare fake out. You can glide all you... It doesn't fake out. Oh my goodness. They could have stopped that. They could have done it. But we got the Trick Room up, baby. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm not afraid of this Rilla at all. Rilla, knock up. Okay. There goes my Sash, I guess. Oh, by the Whirlwind. Okay. I get what you're doing. Well, guess what? That does change everything, to be honest. They are Life Orb. They probably expected me to do that. Or something. I don't know. I could have just Trick Room normally. I still would have lost the health and everything. I'm going to put your whole team to sleep now because I don't feel bad anymore. This is the game we're playing. Night, night. And then Max. Hail into Rilla should still be enough even at -1. I don't care. Yeah, you better run. Rilla's going to switch out now. Sending in the Ensign. I hate my life. Oh boy, man. I think I could pollen. No, I can't pollen puff myself because that'll just heal me. They guard. This is very unfortunate. Hey, damage is damage. I guess I'll take that. My Amoonguss definitely has to protect now. Like, I'm about to get fake outed by the Ensign. I think I have to protect and Quake and just, you know, hope I can make it out of this turn. My opponent definitely has a lot of momentum on us, which is just, like, you know, not the best news in the world. The good news is their Dynamax is now over. We are -2 though. Yeah, I protect here. Actually, no, screw it. Their Dynamax is over. I'm not worried anymore. So I'm just gonna Spore again. Into Dialga. While by Quaking. Into Ensign this time. We don't know if this Ensign is Shucka. Yeah, there's the fake out. Whatever. If they hit me with the Steel move, honestly, thanks for the weakness policy. That's it. Like, I would honestly welcome that at this point. They're not Shucka, so that's still gonna do a lot of damage. You also got +1 Special D, which is pretty dope. If they're not Shucka, they're probably safety, so I'm not gonna waste a Spore into that spot. As they go for the Roar of Time, they're just guaranteeing they're gonna be useless for a turn. Because that's not KOing me. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I could ignore that spot now. Or I can all in that spot now, right? I also have that option. But I think getting rid of the Ensign might be more important. Or just Glacial Lance here, right? I feel like if I Glacial Lance and go for the Pollen Puff into that Ensign, that knocks it out. I almost clicked Trick Room. That should be enough to knock out. And it gets some damage off on the Dialga. They withdraw the Ensign, go into Rillaboom. Okay, cool. This should knock out the Rilla. Thankfully, the Pollen Puff does go first. I guess they just wanted to have one more Intimidate before the game's over. I totally get it. They're super afraid of my weakness policy, it seems. I'm not actually able to knock out Rilla. Are you kidding me? Dialga has to recharge. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Rilla has to make a decision on who it fakes out. I think ironically the grassy terrain should be going away. Okay. I believe this is the last turn of Trick Room. If not the last turn, one of the last turns. But I'm pretty sure it's the last one. Yeah, last turn Trick Room. So I am going to Spo the Dialga. And Glacial Lance again. I'm going to keep clicking Glacial Lance until I get a KO. Here's the fake out. Into the Cali. Here's the Spore. Night time. Okay, Dialga's asleep now. I have a decision to make. Do I set Trick Room back up? I think I have to. I think it's almost mandatory. Yeah, I think I Pollen Puff there. Knock that spot out. And then Trick Room. Keep in mind, I'll just be -3 Ensign. And then they're going to get another fake out turn. This doesn't smell like a good game. And this is the one weakness that this team does have, right? And I mentioned this earlier in the video. You know, when you have the fear of them going for fake out, it just messes up the strategy. And turn 1, they did go for fake out, which did set me behind. Okay, Grassy Glide into my Cali. Whatever. There's a Pollen Puff. Gonna be able to knock out the Rilla as they go back in with their Ensign. Man, I'm gonna try. I got a couple more turns with Trick Room, so... I'm here for at least a couple more turns, baby. We will try our hardest. We do have a bunch of their Pokemon at really low HP. Back into NC. Okay, what are the odds the Ensign is safety goggles? Probably very high, right? I'm going to protect here with the Mungus. They go for the high horse into Ensign. Hoping that they don't fake out my Calyrex, which is negative 1,000. Like, do you really want to fake out Calyrex at that point? I feel like they would rather fake out the Amoonguss, right? Yeah, okay. Predicted that correctly. Here's a high horsepower now into their Ensign. Might get the KO. Yes, okay. Took him down to 2. Oh, that might have mattered so much. I don't even care. We need all the hacks we can get, folks. All of it. Every last bit of hacks. Dialga wakes up, goes for the Flash Cannon now into my Mungus. Best protect in the world, baby. Dialga's going right back to sleep. Easily going right back to sleep as they go into Ogre. Oh no. Maybe Ogre is going to be the one going to sleep. As I high horsepower the Dialga. And hope I crit again. Good night, Ogre. If I can get this Dialga in a 2-hit KO range, I feel pretty darn good. That's a lot of damage still. Flash Cannon now. Into whom? Into the Amoonguss. Amoonguss going down like a soldier. That's a Glacial Lance away. I think now we just Glacial Lance. Get another +1. Get all the +1s we can. Hope that Ogre has 17 turns of sleep. Right? We theoretically have 3. So that was 1. We need to hope it sleeps for this next one. Dialga protects. Okay, we need to hope that it sleeps for 3. I think we lost this. We tried our best to put it back in a favorable spot for us, but there's just not much that we can do in this scenario with Ogre right in the back. And this team doesn't have a really great way of dealing with Ogre. Maybe like we should consider, maybe something I would consider is like a Seed Bomb on Calyrex or a Wood Hammer on hey, we took that. Or like Wood Hammer on Mimi. Yeah, big rip. I have to hope they miss 1 billion Origin Pulses now. Dialga tries to go for gets the double. Are you kidding me? Unfair. Broken game. They really don't want their Dialga to go down. What's sad is it would be giving me more damage on Glacial Lance, but I don't think my Glacial Lance damage is the difference maker here. I think it's Ogre hitting Origin Pulse or not. Signasi dodge? No, not today. That was a good battle though. My opponent played into that matchup super well. And I mean, this team is meant to counter Renya Sun. Never said anything about Dialga Ogre. But nevertheless, very fun team, very good battles. Let's get you guys that rental code. And here is the rental code for the LIEPARD team, the Trick Room LIEPARD team. This team is a lot of fun to play. And in the specific situations, and I just realized now that I probably should have brought Torkoal because Torkoal has Solar Beam and I would have been able to deal with the Ogre. But oh well, too late. In that last battle. I'm just still thinking about the last battle. Again, thanks again, Mohammed, for the team. I don't know if you have any links, but if I find any links to plug your stuff, I'll make sure to leave that down below right by the rental code and the Pokepaste. Try out this team on the ladder. It's really fun. I feel like a lot of people forgot about LIEPARD, or at least it feels that way. I mean, typically when people think copycat, they think of Riolu. So maybe LIEPARD's still in that weird little gray area where people don't think about it too much. I know for sure it worked a lot in today's battles, right? And even in the situation where in the last battle, we went for copycat on the second turn, and my opponent could have kept clicking fake out in order to prevent me from doing so. They didn't do that. Like, that's one of the few strats. Like, you can keep clicking fake out even after the first one fails, because the priority is still there. It would just make me copycat and then have the copycat fail. So that's a nice little quick strategy for you guys. If anything, I hope that you guys take away some information from today's video. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, if you enjoyed, hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. On the road to 10K subscribers. We're getting really close to trying that really spicy chip. If you guys don't know, once we get 10,000 subscribers, me and Mike are going to have to do the one chip challenge live in person because Mike's coming here for Secaucus Regionals from Canada. So yeah, we're going to eat some spicy chips together. Sounds like a blast. Anyway, I'm Kevin. Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.